Hace unos días la NASA anunció oficialmente el descubrimiento del llamado noveno planeta, para algunos reconocido como Hercóbulus, Nibiru o Planeta X. Como usted sabe, el primer registro de él aparece en tablas sumerias de más de 5.000, 6.000 años de antigüedad. Y hasta el día de hoy había sido una leyenda. Hoy sabemos que efectivamente existe un cuerpo masivo, muy grande, muy posiblemente del tamaño de los grandes planetas de nuestro sistema solar, que tiene una órbita alrededor del Sol, se dice de 20.000 años. Todavía hay mucho que aprender y de saber de este misterio, ya que hasta el día de hoy no se le ha logrado fotografiar. Aquí le presento la investigación de Fernando Correa.
Un equipo de astrónomos afirman tener evidencias de la existencia del noveno planeta. Nadie lo ha observado. Sin embargo, se ha logrado determinar que se localizaría 20 veces más lejos que Neptuno. Sería entre 10 y 20 veces más grande que la Tierra. Se piensa que es muy oscuro y que tiene una órbita muy alargada, dando una vuelta al Sol cada 20.000 años. Estos cálculos son posibles gracias a las observaciones de las órbitas de 14 planetoides más allá de Neptuno, en el cinturón de Kuiper. La posición, dirección y órbitas de estos planetoides no se pueden entender a menos que exista un enorme planeta muy masivo que determinaría la posición de los planetoides. Sería el quinto en tamaño después de Júpiter, Saturno, Urano y Neptuno. Esta es la investigación del noveno planeta, que está siendo relacionado con el llamado planeta oscuro, conocido como Nibiru o Hercolobus, el planeta bíblico. El 20 de enero del 2016, astrónomos del Caltech de Estados Unidos, Mike Brown y Konstantin Batygin, anunciaron que tenían evidencias de la existencia real del noveno planeta.
What we have discovered is that numerous features of the Kuiper Belt, a field of icy debris beyond the orbit of Neptune, can be understood if the solar system possesses an additional ninth planet that resides well beyond the orbits of the known planets.
De manera que el campo gravitacional y la dirección de las órbitas de los planetoides en el cinturón de Kuiper se explican por la existencia de un noveno planeta. Mike Brown en 2003 descubrió el planetoide Sedna. En 2005, los planetoides Eris y Makemake. Y en 2016 explica por qué existe el noveno planeta.
When we looked at the outer solar system, we realized that while most of the very distant objects, these objects beyond Neptune, beyond Pluto, most of these objects, they all go around the sun and they're all sort of pointing off in all different directions. But the most distant objects all swing out in one direction in a very strange way that shouldn't happen. And we realized that the only way we could get them to all swing in one direction is if there is a massive planet also very distant in the solar system, keeping them in place while they all go around the sun.
Aunque existen evidencias de la existencia del noveno planeta, aún no ha sido observado. Sin embargo, ya se está buscando con los mayores telescopios del mundo. Se calcula deberá ser observado los próximos 5 años. La confirmación de su descubrimiento seguramente resolverá el enigma del planeta oscuro llamado Nibiru o Hercolobus, el planeta bíblico conocido como Ajenjo, un planeta que se describe en la tablilla de Berlín de las crónicas de los sumerios. El noveno planeta está siendo relacionado con Nibiru en una investigación que continuará. Informó Fernando Correa.
Hi everybody, it's Steve Olson. It's November 5th, 2016. I want to start with a little excerpt from a channel, Nania9. This is a video she did called "A Red Star Will Cast a Stone to the Earth Now," and this is her reasoning. It's not necessarily everything that I do, but I think it's pretty sobering. Listen.
Book, the Bible, already knew of the existence of this object long before the Age of Reason even began. It tells us that the powers that be do know about this object and the asteroids and comets that it essentially tosses toward the inner solar system. The Bible tells us they know, and they are lying about the timing of it. And this is interesting because NASA and other agencies have made announcements about potentially harmful asteroids in recent years. But notice they always say it's not due to arrive until 2030 or some other distant future date that no one will be talking about once it arrives. The Bible knew about this object before they did, and the Bible is telling us they are lying about the timing of this object. In other words, they know when it will hit, and they've given us the warning, but they lied about when it will hit. It's the warning, but they lied about when it will hit. It's the warning, but they lied about when it will hit.
Remember a couple days ago, guys, when I was asking for photographs, night photographs especially from New South Wales, Australia, where we were able to see the object, or we had several testimonies? Well, it turned from testimony to evidence today when Jody from New South Wales, Australia, sent me these pictures. Hi, I took these photos on the above date, which in this case was Sunday, November 6th, in Australia, with all the different planets in the night sky getting closer. The system is very near in Dubbo, New South Wales, Australia. Use them as you like in no particular order. Very interesting. So here's one. Let's take a look at this one. Again, this is the raw footage, and you can see as we zoom in on it, it's a red planet object. And here we see possibly the winged object and another planet. And again, they failed to hide or obfuscate those, I believe, because it was probably at nighttime. Here's a couple of the other objects that she caught in the grouping, or the cluster, if you will, of objects. And again, New South Wales, guys, it seems like you guys are getting the prime time view of the system, so keep those emails coming to me, and I really appreciate this one. Check this out. Trump crowd in Selma, North Carolina. Thank you to the subscriber. This is CEF, one of my good friends. She won't even tell you the gender. Been around me for a long time. But anyway, check out this Twitter shot. There's the green planet, big and bold, behind the crowds in Selma, North Carolina, guys. Every so often, we just capture it, you know? Unbelievable. Subscribers will send me stuff and just to look at after the extensive work that we did on uncovering the artificial light system. He decided to go out and just film the sun rising at normal speed, so it's kind of a big video. He didn't put it up on YouTube, but I wanted to just show you components of that lighting system up there. Now, it's hiding the green planet. What's happening is you're getting the Fresnel and artificial light followed by what is the real sun behind it, because it's trying to hide at times both Nemesis and the sun itself. You can see the actual Fresnel unit and the projection coming out, and this big green thing is actually a planet. See? And it's basically showing us the planet in the photograph. We wouldn't be able to see this with the naked eye because you have to actually see the refractions and reflections of this system itself. It is amazing, isn't it? Now that we can actually see what we're looking at, it's completely revolutionized. Same thing here, guys, right? I mean, you can see the whole system now refracting outwards. And it's like I said, now that we know what we're looking at, it just makes things just a lot easier. You know what I mean? So here we've got the Fresnel lens. We've got the way that it's kind of projecting out. We've got it trying to move the focal point away, and just because we were in this particular spot, we were able to see what's actually behind, or what's up and behind the lighting. And let's end up the video here, guys. I'm working on.
An international team of astronomers says it has discovered what appear to be planets that are not orbiting stars. Some scientists have suggested the existence of such free-floating planets in space. The team, which includes researchers from Japan's Nagoya and Osaka universities, says it has discovered 10 such suspected floating planets. The planets each have a mass approximately equivalent to that of Jupiter. The discoveries were made over 18 months, starting in April of 2006, using a special telescope at an observatory in New Zealand. The researchers say the discovered celestial bodies must be floating planets because, unlike fixed stars, they do not emit light. They say they found no fixed stars near these planets.
The discoveries are a step toward learning how planets were created and how they develop.
Some scientists expect that a NASA surveyor to be launched in 2020 will be able to capture images of these floating planets.
Imagine a planet floating freely through the universe, not orbiting any star. Well, astronomers think they may have found one, and it's only 100 light years from Earth. That makes it easier for researchers to test new techniques for examining the environments of alien worlds. It's possible this could be a small failed star, a so-called brown dwarf. Or it could be a true planet that formed around a star, but was kicked out in a slam dance of gravitational dynamics. Whatever it is, there could be many more of them. Several new studies point to a model of the universe in which rogue planets outnumber main sequence stars by more than 2 to 1.
Hello everyone, you're watching Radio RWJ, and today I have some news for you about the rogue planet, Planet X. And this has sort of been confirmed by NASA. First they said there's no such planet like that, but now they've observed a planet like Nibiru. They say it's unlikely to destroy Earth, but they're giving us little clues. Now I'm not sure if this planet is or may not, attack Earth or be, anything bad for Earth. I'm not sure about that, but NASA's confirmed that it exists. First they said there's no such object in our solar system, but now they're starting to give us an idea that it may be there. And this may cause a disruption in Earth, and no one's really sure right now what's going on. I mean, there's the Mayan conspiracy, there's the zombie attack that's going on, and earthquakes. Level of earthquakes this year have been phenomenal. If you want to read over, I'll read it for you. The ancient Mayan calendar comes to an end on December 21st this year. I mean, Mayans, yes, intelligent people, but I don't think that's the main reason why the world will end, just because their calendar ends. But 2012 has been a really, really crazy year. We've seen earthquakes magnitude 9.0, maybe above. And if you have the earthquake app, you can get that for Windows and even iOS. You can see the amount of 6 and 5.6 earthquakes on the Richter scale that are happening these days. It's every single day you have one or another 6 or 5.6 earthquake, and the amount of stuff that's happened. And there's an asteroid DA14 is going to come really close to our that's going to come really close to Earth, and the scientists are saying it's not going to impact, but no one knows yet what's going to happen. I guess we just have to wait December 21st, 2012, because right now, not much. I mean, lots has happened. You can't say nothing has happened this year. I mean, this is a really big global change. You can't say what is happening this year is a normal change. This is a global catastrophe. I mean, I don't want to sound like one of those really weird people saying, oh, the world's gonna end and stuff like that, but well, the facts are there, so I'm just giving it to the people, showing them what's happening in today's world. So yeah, so this has been a little video about telling you about that NASA has confirmed planet like Nibiru or Planet X, whichever you may. First they said it didn't exist, now they're saying it exists, but they're saying it will not harm planet Earth. But let's just see what happens. I know it seems like a really weird thing to sit and just sit and die, but not do anything. I'm not gonna tell anyone to prepare. If you want to prepare, you could. I'm not stopping you from preparing. I'm not telling you to prepare. It's a really confusing situation right now, so I'll leave you to decide. Thank you for watching. This has been RWJ26, and keep it tuned in to watch more.